This is a set of 3 walks, one circular in Redisher Vale and 2 circulars in the Two Brooks Valley. Parts of the walks follow the West Pennine Trail. The trail was created by hikers from Greenmount and opened in 2017. Although the most popular walking route in this area is from Holcombe Hill up to Peel Tower, there is a hidden gem just to the southwest of Holcombe Hill called Redisher Woods. There are 3 entrances to the woods. 2 are either side and behind the Hare and Hounds on Bolton Road West, and the other is from Redisher Lane. Running through the woods is Holcombe Brook. It disappears underground behind the Hare and Hounds and reappears the other side of Bolton Road West to continue towards Somerset. This entrance is to the right of the Hare and Hounds. Here we meet up with the Redisher Lane entrance. This walk follows the brook up to Simon's Lodge. The lodge was used to control the flow of water for 2 mills lower down the valley, 1 cotton mill and 1 bleaching and dyeing mill. This lower lodge held water for Redisher Bleach and Dye Works. These steps will be the return route from Redisher Edge. Some steep steps from here lead up to Holmgrove Farm on Redisher Lane. Here at Redisher Lane, this gate takes you to the steep steps back down. The remains of sluice gates here at Simon's Lodge were used to manage the water to the 2 mills. From here, a left turn makes an easy route back along Redisher Lane. but turning right up to Holcombe Moor makes a more interesting route back, and you can extend the walk around Holcombe Moor. Unfortunately, I started descending down towards Redisher Woods a little bit too soon and found myself on Redisher Edge. The paths further over on the grassy area of the moors are much better. With the rain and snow we've had this week, these narrow paths are really muddy and quite slippy in places. This is the top of the waterfall from the start of this walk. Back down to Holcombe Brook, but this time following the left side of the brook towards the new Woodbeck estate.
Hello. Morning. Morning.
The estate is built on what was the first part of the bleach and dye works. A new smart-looking channel has been built here to take Holcombe Brook back underground to the other side of Bolton Road. Just south of Redisher Woods is the Two Brooks Valley, also part of the West Pennine Way. This circular walk starts at Hollymount Lane. Hollymount is a small hamlet with little room for parking, and the road into Hollymount is quite narrow, so it's best to use the parking space near Old Caves Park and walk in using the footpath next to the golf course. Claremont House, originally a secondary day boarding school. Holly Villa, currently for sale, if you've got 900 grand spare. Originally an orphanage and convent run by nuns from a Belgian order, now a local primary school. The orphanage chapel, now private apartments. This orchard was built in the early 1900s and restored in 2010, originally planted to serve the convent and orphanage. The orchard is run by volunteers, and you can read more about it and check events at hollymount.orchard.org.uk. The manor house. It was used as an infirmary during World War I. This building was a hostel known as the Rosary. At the end of Hollymount Lane, a public footpath descends into the valley towards Bottom's Hall cottages. From the cottages, you can turn left to circle round via Old Case Park, or continue ahead towards Hawkshaw, although that footpath is currently closed.
Hello there.
This West Pennine route takes you across the brook and back up the valley to Hollymount, but I'm going to carry on up to Turton Road and then left back down to Old Case Park. This area was originally Old Case Farm, now private houses. The family tree scheme introduced by the Tree Council has designated a plot at Old Case Park. Each plot commemorates a special person or occasion and helps create new woodlands throughout the UK. There are many species of woodland animals here. This one was too preoccupied to notice me passing. Back through the woods to the brook and start of the walk. This is a circular walk around the Hawkshaw area of Two Brooks and the original site of the large Two Brooks bleach works. Croich Hay was built in 1904 as a family home by Two Brooks mill owner Fred Howell. He was a generous man and his home became a local Liberty House. He added tennis courts, bowling greens and a sports pavilion for his employees. At the end of Two Brooks Lane, a small opening in the wall takes you to the public footpaths and down into the valley. At the moment, the walk along the brook is cut short due to a currently closed footpath, so I'm heading upwards to Three Gates Farm. This chimney is all that remains of the Two Brooks bleaching mill. Tom's Cattery is also the official car park for the Two Brooks Valley walkers. However, the route down from here is very overgrown, so there's a public footpath from here to Higher Barn Farm with a better route down. Before the route becomes too overgrown, you can, however, look at the restored Two Brooks Mill chimney. The chimney stood some distance away from the mill, so the flue ran underground down and across to the boiler house. In 2002, the chimney and the land surrounding it was purchased by the owner of Three Gates Farm, and the chimney was saved from demolition with a £44,000 restoration grant in 2005. Heading to Higher Barn Farm and back down into the valley. The floor here is like sheet ice. Back down to Two Brooks Lane and the start of the walk.